was my first lead role, and I was really, really excited. It was my dream role. But I was so nervous.
So the first few shows I saw you in, literally in the audience sitting there saying, give this girl a lead, give this girl a lead.
Once you're in the show, especially like in a lead, you're like, okay, we're doing it. It's happening.
I may have confidence sometimes, but it's great to act like you have confidence too, even if you don't.
Growing up in theater has taught me how to be a really great educator. I think if you want to be a good teacher, you should do some shows.
My name is Vita Mejia. I'm a freshman in high school, and my first season was in 2022, and my first show was Lion King Jr.
Hey, I'm Luke Bardinas. I started theater here in 2018. My first show was Magic Treehouse Pirates Past Noon, and now I'm heading off to college.
I'm Amory Glenn, and my first season at the Norvell was 2010, Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat, and I am now a stay-at-home mom.
I am Tori Carpenter. My first season was also 2010 with Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and I am now a theater educator at A.L. Brown High School, and I also do contract work directing for children.
Do you guys remember your first time performing on the Norvell stage? How was that for you?
I do. Exactly about 8 years ago, Magic Treehouse Pirates Past Noon. Yeah, that was a fun show, and I mean, a lot of people that I met in that show I still know now and have contact with. I mean, I'd never done a show, let alone a musical before, so that was something I wasn't prepared for. But well, I think I might have been kind of prepared. My mother told me that when I was a kid, I'd always dress up and do quick costume changes and performances for her. So that wasn't too different, but it was a very fun time. And well, I liked it so much, I've been doing this for 8 years. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
My first time was the first show that was ever on the Norvell stage, which was Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Amory was a book girl. I was a Harry Ishmaelite, and I was on stage for maybe 8 seconds, but I don't think I'd ever felt so important in my life.
I think one of the things that's the most unforgettable about that show is the theater wasn't finished. So our changing rooms, I think one of the dressing rooms was like back in the shop. The hallways were finished, so we had people in the hallways. It was like boys side, girls side, and then we had like pipe and drape everywhere, and we're all just like, because downstairs was just rubble still. It was not complete, and so I think like most of the memorable moments I had were like everything, the chaos that was going on backstage, and then like you never would have guessed because we had this giant pyramid. There was lots of distractions. There was lots of distractions from the curtains and stuff like that. We're just like everything was so unfinished, but also like coming to like completion at the same time, with that being the very first show on the stage. And it was huge too. There were so many people in that show. It was so much fun.
I think it's the biggest one that's ever been on this
Probably.
stage.
Well,
60 or
there was
70.
more room too. I feel like, because something with the back of the stage, which is why we had the pyramid, it was like, I felt like there was a lot more room here. So we had like, I don't know, I just remember the one scene where we all were in different colors circling Joseph. Like there were so many of us. Yeah. It was crazy.
Down there, I'd be looking back at some of the old pictures, seeing like the giant cast of people. Like,
Yeah.
How did they fit all this people?
Not comfortably.
No, not comfortably at all.
My first time was pretty nerve-wracking, but I was definitely excited. I always wanted to perform on the stage, and I always did growing up, so it really opened up my eyes, and it formed new friendships that I still have now.
I think this is a question that everybody wants to answer because we're all actors. Was there a specific role that pushed you further than expected? It's the favorite role question.
Okay, instantly, it probably was not my favorite role. I loved musicals, but my favorite experience and what really did push me was Macbeth. I was Lady Macbeth. I just remember that the stretching and the growing and how like frustrated I would get because I wasn't getting it, and the work, again, like that I had to put in for that role. It was not easy. It did not come natural. I don't think I got off script until like maybe days before we were supposed to, to go on. And it was very challenging, but I'll never forget it. Like as soon as you asked that, I was like, easy.
Yeah.
Was it my favorite? Probably not. But it definitely stretched and grew me as an actor and as a person, for sure.
I think my favorite is the one that challenged me, which is another Shakespeare, because we used to do Shakespeare every year.
Yeah.
We had Shakespeare every year, and I played Beatrice in Much Ado About Nothing, and I was asked to feel emotions that I had no business feeling at like 14, and it was really challenging, and I loved it. And I think Amory can relate to this, but the first thing we would do when we would start a Shakespeare is we'd all meet in the rehearsal hall at a table, and we'd get the script, and we'd go page 1, mark out this line, mark out this
Yes.
line, mark
Oh
out
my
this
goodness,
line,
yes.
page 2, mark out, because we had to cut it because it was so lengthy.
much.
But we had to cut it in a way that still made sense.
Yes. Yes.
But I think that role prepared me for a lot of more mature pieces when I grew up, but always loved
sure.
I always loved the Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say favorite role. Maybe not favorite show, because some just have like some good childhood memory, but favorite role, and probably one of the more complex ones, the ones that actually pushed me a bit, was a recent one. It was a Beetlejuice. That was a really fun role and challenging role. Number one, the voice. Kill me every night, and somehow I made it through the 3 weeks. The thing that I think is very beneficial for a lot of theater is just improv and like working in on the spot. A lot of audience work as well, and constantly people saying new things every night, and just having to be quick with it, and not just quick and say something, but something that makes sense, is in character in the universe, and also is funny as well.
Yeah.
Because if it's not funny and it lies flat, well then, dead audience.
My most formative role, I think, was Matilda, probably one of my favorites. It was my first lead role, and I was really, really excited. It was my dream role. But I was so nervous because up until that point, I had only ever been like ensemble or side characters. So jumping from like a small part to something like big, like a main role, I feel like it really like stressed me out in the beginning, but once I started working with the director and meeting my castmates, I feel like everything sort of like fell into place. Taught me to continue to try to be as best as I could be in my role, no matter what anybody else is doing.
I'll say the first few shows I saw you in, literally in the audience sitting there saying, give this girl a lead, give this girl a lead. Like the energy that you were bringing, I was like, come on, give her a lead. And then I saw Matilda, I'm like, yes, girl, yes. And you rocked it in that, by the way.
Thank you. With a running theater that has sponsors and has the equipment it needs to be successful, it gives children the opportunity to come in here and learn all of these different things. People who sponsor and make this possible really help children like achieve their dreams and give them the skills that they need to be successful.
You're not just supporting a show, you are, like you said, supporting a home, a place for some people that might not have a place anywhere else.
Absolutely.
Some people don't have friends at school. They don't feel like they're in the right place at their school, anywhere else, even sometimes maybe at their home. And the theater is just, it's a getaway spot for them. Everyone deserves their space, a space like for them that they can feel loved and they can feel understood and that they can be themselves. This space is very valuable to a lot of people. And it's not just a space where like you come, you do your show, and then you're done. You keep coming back, and even years later, like if you maybe age out, you can come back to a reunion or something. You come see shows.
We're a testament
support
years later.
the younger generations, and you show up for one show, but then you're there for a lifetime.
Yeah.
What do you all hope the next generation of youthful actors finds when they walk through these doors?
I hope they find friendships, people that they connect with and have shared interests with, and I definitely think if they're going to walk into this theater, they're ultimately going to find someone that they feel like they can be themselves around. I've never once felt like I don't belong here, and I feel like anybody who walks through these doors immediately feels welcomed by whoever's here, and I feel like that's something that anyone's going to find if they come to this theater. They're going to find the connections and the relationships that keep thriving after you leave.
I hope that they find confidence, and I hope that they find home the way that so many of us have, and a community that lasts forever.
I hope they find a place to be unique and weird and loud and be proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.